What's up, guys? TraderJud here, back with another weekly Forex Outlook video. It is Monday, September 24th. Obviously, it's 12:51, as you can see from my monitor. I just want to thank you guys for being patient with me as I get back on my grind here. Finally got a camera set up, so you should be able to see me now. So that's good. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything that you would like, please feel free to reach out to me on Telegram or leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll answer any and all comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and like this video after you watch it. If you like it, if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. Let me know what you want me to change. Let me know any content that you want to see in the future, and I will make sure that I bring all the content that you guys would like to see. But that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So EUR USD is going to be first. EU, as you can see, I drew the markups early this morning, and when I drew them, we already have this huge wick to the upside. Price is currently right above this zone, but it should be noted that there is this this peak over here as well. And so, in fact, let's go ahead and draw a ray based off of the top of that, just so that we are aware of that. So where are we looking for price to go now? Well, I'm going to add a couple more arrows to this as well, because when I drew this morning, it was a significantly larger bullish movement. Now it's looking like we're going to go bearish on this, so we're going to go ahead and add this as well, all the way down to retest this trend line, and then we could see a bounce up or a break and a retest of that before continuing downward. Honestly, EU has been trending up. Obviously, we do have the break and the retest of this zone, which is why I was bullish on this, but this this large wick to the upside is concerning. There is also an inverse head and shoulders here, and we are right at the top of that inverse head and shoulders, right? High, this is the left shoulder, comes back up, this is the head, comes back up, this is the right shoulder, and then comes back up. And so we're at the very top of that, head and shoulder, or inverted head and shoulders rather. So I'm not sure what to think with this. It looks like, to me, looking at market structure, looks like it's good to go for bullish momentum to continue. However, with this huge, massive wick to the upside, it looks like we might see another retest of this trend line down here. So it's something to keep your eye out on for the next couple of days with EU. UJ, looking at this, adversely, we have a large pin bar to the downside, or a large wick to the downside with UJ. It looks like we should see continued movement upward. So as you can see, the two arrows, or the two arrow directions, I guess, show most likely movement. I don't like to draw trend lines like this. If you guys have watched my videos in the past, I'm really not a fan of drawing trend lines like this because it's a very steep angle. However, I felt it was relevant to put it in this time, and so there is the trend line there. As you can see, the break and the retest of that. A big reason why I don't like to draw trend lines this steep is because a lot of times we won't get a retest of this. We'll just get a break and then a continuation, or we'll get some sort of pullback after the break, but it won't necessarily be considered a retest. It'll just be a pullback after the break before continuing downward. But as of right now, it looks like this bullish momentum is going to continue upward for UJ. Gold is up next. As you can see, gold is currently trending in the same zone that it was trending in last week. However, we do have a break and now a retest of this trend line that's drawn. This is the same trend line that was drawn last week. So what we're looking for now is break and retest of this lower zone, or if it doesn't break and retest and it comes back up above this trend line, then we'll redraw the trend line to this point down here, in which case we'll be looking for it to go up above this this zone at the top and also break this long-term trend line. So really with gold, what we're looking for is either a break out of the top or bottom zone. EUR AUD is up next. So with this, we had a lower low, and now it looks like we're attempting to make a lower high. We just had a large bullish engulfing candle come out of this zone. However, price is right now retesting that zone. So if we do get a good retest and then rejection of this zone, then we'll be looking to buy to at least this trend line or this zone up here. However, if price does come back in this zone, then we'll be waiting on a break of this trend line before selling it. GN is up next. As you guys know, if you watched my video yesterday, GN was a beautiful trade for the sell last week, and then as of right now, it looks like we're retesting previous market structure. So I would not be surprised to see the the bearish momentum continue. We're just going to wait for a break of this trend line, which would subsequently break this zone as well, or more than likely would break this zone as well. And so break of the trend line, if you want to be conservative, then a break of the zone as well before selling it down to this next level down here. However, if it does break above this support and resistance level right here and retest it, then we'll be looking to buy it back up to the previous market structure of this zone up here. Something else to note is that the 2.0 level is up here. That's a major quarter point. Something else to be aware of. AUD USD, we have a bat pattern on AUD USD. I did not have this drawn last week. Honestly, I didn't see it at the start of the video last week, but I do see it today. So the bat pattern completes in this, well, between the 7.325 and 7.345, I believe, is where this will complete, somewhere in that range. So if we do get a break and a retest of this trend line that's drawn, which we can see that last week it was retested, this trend line was retested and respected. So I would not be surprised if we saw more bearish momentum come out of this before the completion of the bat pattern. In order for this to be a long-term sell, we needed to break below this zone down here. If it does come back down and retest the zone, then we could be looking at something like an inverted head and shoulders on AUD USD. So that's what we got for AU. EJ is up next. You can see a large pin bar to the upside with EJ as well as we saw it on UJ. So same sort of trend line drawn on EJ as we had on UJ, the rather steep trend line upward. So what we're looking for with this is breaking a retest of this support and resistance level / this trend line up top, or a break in a pullback, or a break in a retest of this steep trend line, selling it down into this zone or down to this trend line. So that's what I see for EJ. Let it be known that EJ is bullish right now, though, so if you are selling EJ, it's more than likely going to be a pullback. Use Fibonacci retracement to set your take profits with that. UCAD is up next. So with UCAD, we had price come down, retest the support and resistance level, and has now gone bullish off of that. However, there is a trend line right there that it could retest and then continue its bearish ways. UCAD ranges a lot, and so I'm not going to go bullish or bearish on this just yet. I'm really waiting to see what UCAD does going forward, because it's in a zone right now, or it's in an area right now where there's not a lot of good opportunities to buy or sell. And so I want to see if UCAD is going to respect this trend line and then continue downward. If it does, and we get a good opportunity to sell off of the rejection of this, off of this trend line, then that will be ideal for the sells. However, if you are looking to buy, I'd wait for price to break above this this zone right here. Moving on to GU. GU looks a lot like GN did, honestly. So we have price retesting the zone, or rejecting the zone rather. Looks like GU is probably going to travel back down to this zone, possibly retest this trend line that's drawn. You can see that I added another trend line. If we zoom out, you'll see that it's based off of the same point. And so this looks like a retracement to me, minor retracement. I don't even think it hit the 50, so it'd be a 38.2 retracement level. We can throw Fibonacci retracement on it right now to see exactly where it's retraced to, see where those wicks are at, and it is a 38.2 rejection. So you could have sold off of that, and I think that you would have had relatively decent risk-reward ratio coming down to here. However, that's not a very significant movement. And if you're not in the sell already, then I probably wouldn't get in right this minute. You may see another opportunity to sell if price comes back up and retests this zone but rejects it again. However, if price does come up and break through the top of this zone, we'd be looking for, honestly, if we get a break and a retest of the zone, I'm going to wait for the break of this support and resistance level up here as well, unless I just get a super ideal entry off of the zone rejection, which is not very likely. For me, it's not, at least. If you're sitting in front of a computer all day, every day, then it might be likely for you, but I don't have that luxury, so I will not be doing that. And lastly, we have GJ. GJ broke through, roared past this trend line that was drawn, hit some sort of resistance, came back down to the trend line, and now has been dancing in this zone / on the trend line since then. So what we're waiting on with GJ is just for it to commit to one direction or the other. I'm not convinced on a buy or a sell yet. So really, like I said, just waiting to see which direction GJ decides to go. The two arrows kind of depict what we're looking for with GJ. If it goes bullish, we'll see a breakout of the zone, a retest of the zone, and then a continuation up to the trend line that is a newly drawn trend line from last week's video, off the same point, just like with GU. If we do, however, get a sell opportunity, it will be because of a break below this zone, a retest of the zone and or the trend line before coming down to the support and resistance level down here. So that's it for this week. If you guys, like I said, if you got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me in Telegram. My Telegram contact information is in the description down below. Leave a comment if you don't want to reach out to me on Telegram. I will respond to those. Let me know what else you want to see. I'll bring as much content as I can, but I need to know what you guys want to know. What do you want to learn? So yeah, that's it for this week. I will see you guys next weekend for the recap of this week's videos. So be on the lookout for that. Probably on Saturday, I'll be releasing that. I'll try to get another Indicator 101 video for next week as well, so be on the lookout for that too. But yeah, that's it. Thanks guys, have a great week, and I will see you next weekend.